My name is Peter Green, and I'm the Agile Transformation Leader at Adobe. In this video, we're going to attempt to answer a pretty important question that I hear frequently. What is Agile anyway? In a survey of CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, respondents were asked to rank the attributes that they felt were most important for their companies to be successful in today's business environment. Agility was ranked as one of the top attributes, while attributes like responsiveness and flexibility were ranked pretty low. The authors of the survey were a little perplexed by these results. They assumed that these were synonymous terms, so they followed up with the CEOs and asked them how the term agility was different from flexibility or responsiveness. The CEOs responded that those other terms kind of described a business that was just responding to crises, being blown about by the winds of change, whereas the term agility seemed to denote flexibility with purpose. This is my favorite definition of agility. It's kind of like this guy. He's certainly flexible, but he also has a strong purpose, and his flexibility is simply a means to achieve his purpose. So how did Agile become a term associated with software development processes? In February of 2001, several inventors of what were at the time called lightweight development processes got together at the Snowbird ski resort. Their goal was to determine what they all had in common. At this gathering, they came up with the term Agile to describe their similar approaches. The other things they agreed on were published in a manifesto for Agile software development, which you can find at www.agilemanifesto.org. We can think of Agile kind of like this funnel. At the base of the funnel are the 4 Agile values, which you can find on the website here. These form the foundation for Agile, and based on those 4 values, they also came up with 12 principles of Agile development, which are also linked to on the main Agile Manifesto site. Based on the values and principles, we have the actual Agile practices, things like having a daily meeting or using an iterative development approach. Groups of Agile practices that work really well together include frameworks like Scrum, or the technical practices like test-driven development, pair programming, that make up the framework known as Extreme Programming or XP. There are other Agile frameworks as well, things like Kanban, which is based on the idea of limiting work in progress. Or you can come up with your own custom approach. There are lots of ways to be Agile without using a named framework. So you can be Agile without doing Scrum, and interestingly, a team using the practices of Scrum could do so in a very non-Agile way if they weren't aligned with the values and principles of the Agile Manifesto. The first Agile value, after all, is individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So the people are more important than the process. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at the Agile values and principles.